Who are you? Who do you think I am? I'm you. Who you're destined to be. What do you mean? The darkness in you. It's always been there. After all, you're his daughter. I'm nothing like him, and you know that. Really? You know the spell he put on you. It didn't force you to do anything. It only fed off your emotions. That anger was all you. Sure, it had a little bit of influence, but nothing too extreme. Hell, you were even willing to kill your own husband. I wasn't in control of that! But you were. That was the true you there. You put on this act as if you're so innocent, so different from everyone else, that you lose sight of who you truly are. And now, you're about to see what would have happened if his words never got through to you. What you're really capable of doing. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have killed him. Are you sure about that? Let's just see now, shall we? Your words mean nothing to me, you hear? You stabbed me in the heart with your lies. So now, you're going to see what that feels like. Except it won't make you stronger like it did with me. It'll be fatal. And I know you won't fight me back. So it'll make this that much sweeter. No, I didn't do it!
Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. And when I try, but don't succeed, yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me.
Reina? Reina, are you okay? I would never do that. What? Oh. It was just a dream. Hun, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just a really bad dream, that's all. Well, it must have been pretty bad, since you were screaming very loudly. What could you have possibly dreamed that made you have that sort of reaction? I don't know. It was as if I was looking at myself from when I was spelled, and she was telling me that she was the real me and that I'm just an act that I put up. And then she showed me what would have happened if I chose to ignore his words. If I went through with his, execution. Oh. Vera, I know it was all a dream, but is she right? Am I really destined to be like that? No, hun, you were spelled. You couldn't help it. But she said the spell didn't make me do anything. That it was all my emotions. And to be honest with you, I think she's right. Carissa showed me something that talked about the powers I have. That they happen when someone is consumed by the negative and go into a state of rage. What if the spell was just to show me what was inevitable? Reina, it's late, and you just woke up from what could be the worst type of nightmare. I don't think you truly believe any of this. I think it's just stress, hon. You should go back to sleep. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking right now. Good night, Vera.
So did you ever find out what the status of the village is?
I did. It's in rough shape, but it's fixable.
How long do you think it'll take to complete?
I'm not sure. Maybe a couple of months?
I see.
I'm guessing you want to go there and see the damage for yourself?
Yeah. I was thinking we could go in a couple of days, if that's alright with you.
I don't have a problem with it.
Speaking of the village, you never told me how it burned down in the first place.
Come to think of it, you never told any of us either. What exactly happened?
It's hard to explain, but let's just say it wasn't a natural fire.
What do you mean by that?
Someone started the fire, but I can assure you it was an accident.
So you know who did it, and you never said anything. Who would even think of setting fire to a place on someone's wedding? You better tell me who it is so I can...
Vin, calm down. Like I said, it wasn't on purpose.
And you know that how?
Because it was Zara, Vin.
Oh.
Your daughter? How could she have possibly started the fire? Especially one of that size. Did she get a hold of a candle or something?
No, she didn't. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but what I do know is she's more like her mother than I thought.
What do you mean by that?
She has her abilities.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. When she got ill that next day, I'm guessing it was like the aftermath of it all, since using that kind of magic takes a lot out of you.
I see.
I talked to her about what happened, and she feels really bad about it all.
That's why she's been so quiet the past couple of months. I knew there was something up. Normally that kid'll talk everybody's ears off.
Yeah. Speaking of her, I'm going to need to leave this meeting early. I promised her I'd take her out to the docks, again. She loves it out there. Back home we didn't exactly have such open water around.
I see. I was actually going to say that I have to leave as well. There's something I need to take care of. I was just coming to see you.
Oh, and why's that? Do you have more to tell me or something?
I do, but... Wait a minute. What are you doing here?
To be honest with you, I'm here for that same reason. I have something big planned, Ben. Something that has been in the works since the night of the wedding. However, I wanted to see if you had anything more to tell me before I set it in motion.
I see.
Before you tell me anything, I have a question. Is it just me, or does this place look more populated than usual?
We've got another village living with us temporarily.
Which one?
Take a wild guess.
Wait, you don't mean...
Mm-hmm. Due to the fire that started in their village, they had to evacuate immediately. I then offered to let them stay here as long as they needed.
I see.
Tell me, Crystal, what is this plan of yours?
Let's just say that I plan to make her world fall apart, piece by piece.
And what does that mean exactly?
You'll just have to wait and see, brother. Just know that at some point I may need your assistance.
If it requires me to harm anyone I know personally, then I won't help you.
That's understandable. Whoever you choose to harm is up to you. But remember what this is all for, and how important it should be to you.
Are you okay? You look exhausted.
Yeah. Let's just say I didn't get much sleep last night.
Oh? And why is that?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Alright. Has there been any updates on what's her name?
Crystal? No. But the guards and myself are still on high alert. It's weird. She first threatened me months ago, but hasn't done anything about it since.
If you ask me, I'd say she's just an empty threat. I forgot. Why exactly is she after you again?
Because of what Romulus did years ago when I was in the overworld. Apparently our kingdoms have had a rivalry that I never even knew about. And one day he decided to kill the king of the Tundriel Kingdom, Crystal's father.
I'm lost. What does this have to do with you?
Simple answer. Because I'm his daughter. She thinks I'm just like him, and that I have the same intentions that he did. I tried to explain it to her, but she just completely ignored it and continued to threaten me. Long story short, I did nothing wrong, but she still hates my guts because of what Romulus did.
It sounds like there's something wrong with that woman. I mean, she doesn't even bother to hear you out at all.
You're telling me. But that's not all. Apparently she knows Noah now.
How?
A couple of months ago, she supposedly went to a wedding at our village, the one between Heather and Vin. I'm guessing she found out who he was and started a conversation with him. She told him she knew me, but didn't say how. Knowing him and how trusting he is of others, he most likely told her things about me. And that's probably when he asked her to give me a message.
Oh. How could she have found out who he was, though? I doubt she just went up to him and asked, "Hi, do you happen to know the Queen of the Nether?" Someone must have told her these things.
You're right. But who? Who in the overworld, other than the village people, know who I am and my relationship with him?
I'm not sure.
I intend to find out, Carissa. Although I think you may be right with her being an empty threat and all, I still don't like the fact that she knows or even has a tie with him. I don't trust that.
Ben said I'd find you here.
Crystal, what are you doing here?
I decided to come back and visit.
I see.
I'm guessing that one's yours. She looks like you.
Really? Normally people say she looks like your mother.
Is that so? Maybe it's just the hair color then that made me think that. I gave her that message.
You did? Did she say anything?
Not really. In fact, she didn't seem too pleased that we were talking.
Really? I can't see her getting upset at something like that.
Don't you find it strange? She always needs to know the truth from others, yet she herself isn't the most honest.
What do you mean?
Isn't it true that she didn't intend on telling you about your unborn child?
It's a bit more complicated than that. In the state she was in, no, she wasn't going to. But if she wasn't spelled, well, she would have told me eventually. She's done that before.
Reina, you need to tell him.
I know. I just haven't been able to find the right time to. He's been so busy lately.
Even if you don't tell him, he'll still find out eventually. Besides, you better tell him before he leaves later on today. I heard this is going to be a rather long trip.
You're right. But what if he gets mad?
What does he have to be mad about? I'm sure he'll be extremely happy.
I hope so.
Now go tell him, because if you don't soon, I will. And he might not be too happy about that.
You're right.
I always am. Now go home to him.
Yeah. Thank you again, Heather.
It's what I'm here for.
Oh hey, I was just gonna come to find you.
Well, here I am.
Is everything okay?
Yep. Completely fine. Why do you ask?
I don't know. You just look flustered for some reason.
I'm fine.
If you say so. Anyways, I think I'm gonna head out soon. Are you sure you don't want to come with me? I'll be gone for a while.
As much as I would love to, you know boats aren't exactly my thing.
Yeah, you're right.
How long are you going to be gone again?
I have to stay there until the conflict over there gets resolved, so around 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh.
I know it's a long trip, but it'll go by quick.
Maybe for you. You're gonna be so busy that time will just fly. Me? I'm gonna be alone in this house, wondering how I'm going to be able to tell you what I need to say.
What do you mean? Did something major happen?
You could say that, but forget I said anything. I can wait.
You can't just say something like that and then not tell me.
Just trust me, okay? It most likely won't even be a big deal to you anyway.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Now, stay safe, okay?
I will.
Never mind. It can't wait.
Hey, is everything okay? If you're scared to tell me something, you shouldn't be.
I know I shouldn't be, but I can't help it. I don't know how you're going to react. You might be mad.
Just tell me.
Fine. Noah? I'm expecting.
What do you mean you're... Wait. Are you serious?
Yes. Please don't be upset. Huh?
Why would you ever think I'd be mad?
Well, we're both still pretty young, and you don't have time for something like this right now, with how busy you are.
Reina, is that what you're worried about? Because I couldn't be happier.
Really?
Yes. Wait, how long have you known?
A month or so?
You've known for that long?
Sorry, I just really wanted to make sure. It wasn't until I talked to Heather and...
Wait, Heather knew before me?
Maybe?
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. To this day, I still don't know why she thought I'd react like that.
So she has always had a tendency to second guess herself. Interesting.
What was that?
Huh? Oh, nothing. Look, it was nice to see you again, Lord Noah, but there's somewhere I need to be, so if you'll excuse me.
Vera? Is everything okay? You need to see this. Get your guards and head outside. Why? It's Crystal.
Remember, if you see any of the other guards, don't hesitate to take them out.
Uh-oh.
Men, grab her. What do we have here?
Let go of me!
This isn't how I intended this encounter to go down, but it'll work.
I'll scream. I'll scream, and the guards will come along with the queen, and she'll come here.
If you know what's good for you, you won't. Besides, you think I'm scared of her? Please.
You should be. She's strong. And so are her dozens of guards.
Would you look at this? Someone has quite the mouth. I'd stop with that if I were you.
Or what?
Or I'll do something that you'll regret.
You wouldn't. Because you know what will happen if you do.
Trust me, I know very well what I'm doing.
Rain!
I told you what would happen. Now, men, let's get out of here. We'll save the mass slaughter for another time.
That was Carissa. Men, stay here. I'll call for you if needed.